So we have a couple of things to do. We have our concentric box 3-strand twining that we need to take care of. So I'm going to release that loop. I'm going to go right by the marker, bring out, and so I have the 1, 2, 3, and I'll pull them to the right. The top one is going to drop and go past 2 and 3, and that's taken care of. We turn it to a loop, and since we're on the left side, I'm going to grab the spiral, and we already went down, so we need to return back by the side cords, and you turn it back, make sure you're not crisscrossing, and you can bring it up, and now it can go up and away. So we took care of this one, we'll just put them all over there. We'll take care of the left side. I have them in the loop as well. I'm going to release that. The one that's in the back, going to swing, and I have my marker right there. Bring it up. And pull it to the right. And we have 1, 2, 3. One's going to come down past 2 and 3 and drop to the back. And we're going to return that back to a loop so they're always bound together. And we have the spiral left that we're going to return to the edge of the weaving, back by the side cords, and that can join this one and go up and away. We have done the first concentric box. We have the 1, 2 snow rows. We've done the first interaction of the 3-strand twining, and we also worked with our spiral weft. So the next thing we're going to do is put in the second one, and you notice it's 1, 2 away, and it ends 1, 2 away. Warps, that is. So we have the same measurement, and we're going to do the exact same thing. We have 1, I'm going to fold it over 2. We have this really cute interlock that's happening. I'm going to make sure that the single one is paired at the middle point, and then the 2, I really want that to be even too, so I'm just going to move those as I put pressure on that. And now we are ready to put in our second concentric box. And here's our marker. We go 1, 2, and I'm holding. I'm going to put these 2 up. Put them in a cute little V. And I have 2 going from the front and 2 that are in the back, and I have it in a little pinch. I'm going to place it right where we need to start. I'm going to grab 1, so we have 2 in the front and 2 in the back. I'm going to grab 1 that's in the front, have that go behind 1 warp in the back, and then come up from the front. And that one's going to go up and wait. This one is going to jump over 1 warp in the front and go to the back. And now I'm going to put this one over here, and this one is going to join the ones that are going to swivel to the back. There we go. I'm going to join these 3 so they don't get mixed up and they stay together. Now we're ready to weave these ones. The first one, so we have 1, 2, 3, is going to jump over the 1, 2 and go behind 2 warps and up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is going to jump over 1, 2, 3 warps, go to the back, go behind 2 warps, and back to the front. Now we're done with the starting point. So now this one's going to jump over 1, 2, 3, 4 warps in the front, go to the back, go behind 2 and up. And we can grab these, and you could hold them like so, and let that one drop, go to the back where this one's coming out, count 1, 2, and bring that forward, repeat, jumping over 4, going back behind 2, and back to the front. And so we want to stop 1, 2 from the marker. So we are ready to end this. So this is going to jump over 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to go behind 1 warp. One, 2, 3. 3 is going to jump over the 3 warps and go behind 1 warp. Now we're at the ending point. Marker, 1, 2 warps in. This one's going to jump over 1, 2 warps and go to the back. And this one is going to jump over 1 warp and go to the back. So I'm swiveling them all to the front. So I have them right here. I'm going to grab the top one and give them a nice little loop so they're in a group. And this is where you can start using pins if you like to hold them up if they're not staying in place. Putting in a snow row, our fringe, and our weaver. Looking above, and we started on an even, so we're going to do an odd. Do this just 1 alternating. Now we go back to 2 warps. We want to be right up against that 3-strand twining of the second concentric box, supporting those weavers. And we're still on even, so we're going to end. Oops, we're on odd, so we're just going to end with 1. That's right. I looked above just to see, make sure. Give a little tug, holding it in place. A little pinch as I twirl. Making a circle, jumping through to create a knot and holding it as close to the side cords as possible. There we go. So kind of evening it out. I'll take care of this fringe before we do the next snow row. We're going to grab these 3. That's why it's always fun to have them together, because you kind of know who's who. We want to grab the second concentric box set in the spiral weft, which is right here. So I know I could take them. There we go. I'm just going to put those up and away while we work with the second concentric box. Remember up here, we undid the loop, bring them. Here's the marker. We know it's 1, 2, so this is where we're going to bring them forward. I brought both of them to the front. I'm just going to grab one so I can swivel it to the front and have them join back together. And then we can look at our spiral weft. and it has one on the top of it, and it has one below. That's one way I like to look at it to know there needs to be a spiral weft action. When we have a snow row above it and below it, and it's between two snow rows, and we have 1, 2, we're working with these two warps. It's going to drop down and go up. So now we're taking care of the right side of the second concentric box and taking the 3-strand twining, releasing and looking at our marker. Here's our marker, so I know it's 1, 2, so we need those to the front, and only taking one from these two, so I'll take the other one and swing it back and make sure that they are put together, and looking for spiral weft, and there it is. We have one between, so we got jump down. Whoop, I grabbed the wrong, there we go. Just making sure. And goes 1, 2,